Hello again, friends. Thank you for coming back for episode 2. Apologies, a little over on that last one. Today we'll be probably taking the 4 case studies that we have and splitting them into 2 videos just because I don't want to be trying to talk a mile a minute. The theme today is taking the content, the sort of abstract best practices from part 1 and contextualizing them in the specifics of the case studies we'll be looking at right now. There will be something for everyone here, I promise. The first note I just make to sort of preview or be a prelude to everything is that preparation for your most productive drives will start many months beforehand. You should be preparing 3 to 6 months beforehand. So if we're looking at summer, fall, end of year, get going on that today. I know there's spring drives going on. That's awesome. No better time to start than right now. What does it actually look like to invest today in laying the groundwork that would produce this revenue when the on-air campaigns are active? That is why we're here. So to do this, to really put a practical face on the audience growth piece that will result in revenue growth, we're looking at 4 stations across a spectrum of station types. There's a small market, a large market, a major market, and we're going to look at a PBS station. I'll get into why we sort of segment that out. And finally, I want to put a focus on supporting the mission as much as the revenue itself and how we can use these digital tools, this distribution opportunity we have to do that as much as we can, raise money. So I want to start by looking at this station, KEXE, KBXE, a really impressive, efficient team in northern Minnesota, actually. Big fan of them. I'm going to look at their website, which will look quite a bit like your station's website if you're an NPR station, whether you're small, mid, or major market. And when we're sort of drawing the roadmap, drawing the line from the very top of the funnel down to the, converting these people to dollars, that starts here with our local news piece. And we see all of this content in some way, generally all of this, is going to make its way to the Facebook page. Now, this is a proxy for Instagram, for YouTube, as we'll see, for other distribution channels, Reddit, if you're right market, ask me about that later. But what here is their Facebook page. And what they've done is post, as most of us would, locally focused content. The challenge, they have so many followers here. This is digital audience, right? 8.4 thousand followers. I think their service range only like 150,000. That's awesome. That's still a pretty substantial disparity and a huge opportunity for us. The difference between the 8.4K and the 150K. We'll contrast this with a station as well that's much larger. If you showed this content to this many people, right? 1 like, 3 likes, we can go a little later in time to give it a little runway, but a little more runway, pardon me. 7 likes, 1 like, 4 likes. This indicates opportunity and affirms what we said earlier, that for every 100 people that we have in our digital audience, or that we have in our following top here, that only a few of these are really seeing it. Otherwise, we would see, much more engagement, 2 comments, and that indicates an opportunity that we need to exploit by cost effectively getting our content to the front of the line. There's a lot of competition for these eyeballs. So what is something that we can do? Now, I'm going to look at KU, which is obviously a major market station in Seattle. And although they have 7 times that, they have similar issues. Without boosted content, right? 11 followers, 7 followers, or likes, 7 likes, 12 likes, a couple comments. We can go later on, but it's the same theme. Even 43 is proportionally a very small amount. All to say is it's affirming the challenge of not reaching this large group of people that we've collected that are so engaged with our content that they've subscribed to being our digital audience. The way that KUOW, and I know this because I did this, it has sort of resolved this, is we take that content and we pay a small fee here, just $300, I know because I did this, and we paid to promote it. So we go from a few people to 2,000 people liking it, so many people commenting on it, and this many sharing. Now, we know these are real people. We know that they have things to say. We also know they're so interested that they've shared it with their friends. We have a similar piece here, very similar numbers. For a few dollars, we're promoting this both to our actual followers who are so interested in our content but haven't been able to see it. We're creating touch points with them. We're also introducing our brand here by delivering this to people using Meta's tools that allow us to reach an audience of behaviorally interested people based on what sorts of topics they want, whether it's local grocery stores or something like that. Everyone in the Seattle area is going to be interested in that. So what certainly KEXE should be looking at is how do we take this content and for proportionally, which would be like $30 to $50 every couple weeks, every month or so, promoting it even just to reach these people. Now, if you continue to reach these people who are seeing none of your content now for $50 a month, what would that result be? If you grow your top stream, your upstream audience, what is the residual effect down the line? Well, it's going to be additional conversion. What I want to look at quickly next as well, before I cut this, is another really important opportunity for KEXE. Again, this is a small market station we're looking at, but I want to underscore this is a tactic we've used at a large market station, one of the largest in the country, and is applicable to the smallest, to the largest, to all the mid-market stations in between. That if you go into your Google Analytics and you see how many people are in total searching for our content, searching for our website, you're going to see 1,000, 10,000, 100,000 people a month. And ask yourself, what am I doing to reach people that are explicitly looking for my content? As in looking to stream my station, looking to listen to specific shows here, looking to listen to NPR. Well, here's a way that we convert that interest to, at the right period of time, or just now, an enthusiasm to support our mission. Someone who searches, I'd like to stream this channel, this station. We tell them, and I don't know that this number is true. I know it's true for KUOW though, because that's what we've used previously. But if we said such and such amount of our funding comes from our community, we know you're listening to our shows, we know you're streaming, we know you download our podcasts, we know you read our local news. That's great. We're publicly funded though. A few dollars, give to us now, become a monthly donor. We have already, and I know this tactic works, 5, 10, 20x during drive times in terms of the ad dollar investment. It's a sort of thing we can't afford not to implement.